nearly 4 years after the fatal shooting of the rapper Nipsey Hussle, a proudly local Los Angeles artist whose killing reverberated far beyond the world of West Coast hip-hop. The gunman, Eric R. Holder Jr., was sentenced to 60 years to life in prison. In this video, we will be talking about Nipsey and his feuds, especially the infamous incident outside the BET Awards parking lot. Let's start, shall we? Who was Nipsey Hussle? A workmanlike rapper with underground credentials and an A-list network of supporters, Hussle was more than 15 years into his music career when he released his proper debut album in 2018. Before the Grammy-nominated Victory Lap, Hussle had built a career that was richer in industry respect and goodwill than hit records, though he collaborated widely with artists like Snoop Dogg, Drake, and Rick Ross. Known for his independent business ethos and novel marketing ideas, like the limited edition $100 mixtape Crenshaw, Hussle had partnered near the end of his life with Jay-Z's Roc Nation management company as he eyed a move toward the mainstream. A self-proclaimed member of the Rollin' 60s Crips, Hussle had also made a name for himself as a community ambassador and an entrepreneur in his South Los Angeles neighborhood. While seeking to stem gang violence in the area, he preached black empowerment through business ownership, reinvesting his earnings as a musician in the place where he grew up. With a group of backers, Hussle had bought the strip mall at the corner of Crenshaw Boulevard and Slauson Avenue that housed his Marathon clothing store, while also helping to open a nearby co-working space dedicated to increasing diversity in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. At the same time, even as Hussle was praised after his death as an inspirational neighborhood fixture and a peacemaker, his properties were the subject of a long-standing investigation by the Los Angeles Police Department and the city attorney's office, which considered the area a Rollin' 60s gang stronghold. Some 20,000 people attended Hussle's public memorial at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where a statement from former President Barack Obama highlighted the rapper's life as a legacy worth celebrating. Moving on. Beef or not, there have been rumors that Nipsey Hussle's former manager Big U, a high-profile Crip boss turned activist, was beefing with Nip at the time of his death. You addressed that on Drink Champs. "We ain't got no beef. Period," Big U said. "We never stopped talking. We didn't go 2 days with nothing. We didn't have nothing. Nothing. All the way up until he signed a deal with Atlantic Records, he called me and said, 'Unc, let's go. Is the beef at?' He fly me to New York. I'm in his video for Rap, the first song, actually second, off Victory Lap. So where are these rumors coming from? It's just using his name and his death to make some money. And then the rest of the ignorant people falling off of that. You also dismissed all the conspiracy theories surrounding Nip's death, arguing that it made sense his accused killer Ari Holder was really the guy who called him. Where the is the conspiracy? They clearly had a conversation. They clearly was beefing. They clearly grew up together," he said of Nip and Holder. Now finally the infamous, the incident. A video of rapper Nipsey Hussle slapping a guy outside a venue went extremely viral. Here's what TMZ reported. Nipsey Hussle unleashed a vicious slap on a guy in the middle of an argument over where he could park his whip. And it's all captured on video. Check it out. The LA rapper's in the street outside the venue for Sunday night's Bet Awards when he gets into with another man. We're told the issue was whether or not Nipsey could move some cones and drive through a restricted area. Tempers flare, and after the guy smacks a traffic cone out of the hand of Nipsey's bodyguard, Hussle unloads a hard right slap. A law officer immediately grabs Nipsey to keep the fight from escalating. And then he gets back in his car. And only a year later after this viral incident, the beloved rapper was brutally assassinated. So how did the tragedy happen? His death and the aftermath. Hussle, whose real name was Ermias Asgedam, was shot on March 31st, 2019. According to court testimony, Hussle arrived at the shopping plaza for an unannounced visit, as he often did, while catching up with friends and employees in the parking lot in front of his Marathon store. Hussle spent about half an hour signing autographs and posing for photos with fans. At the same time, a woman Mr. Holder was casually dating was driving him around the area just to hang out, the woman testified. The woman, whose identity was initially kept secret to protect her from threats and harassment, was identified at trial as Brianita Nicholson. As they stopped to get something to eat, Miss Nicholson noticed Hussle outside the store and remarked in passing that he looked handsome, she said. Mr. Holder did not indicate that he knew the rapper, but approached him for a brief conversation after ordering chili cheese fries at a nearby burger place while Miss Nicholson waited in the car. The brief conversation between the two men was casual and low-key, according to witness testimony. but included Hussle telling Mr. Holder that rumors were going around that he had cooperated with law enforcement or snitched. Hussle encouraged Mr. Holder to get the paperwork showing he had not cleared things up. John McKinney, the Los Angeles County Deputy District Attorney, said, "It just seemed like a regular conversation," Mr. McKinney told the jury. But obviously it wasn't. As the men finished speaking, Miss Nicholson approached Hussle for a selfie, which she soon posted to Facebook. She testified. Asked if she sensed that a fight was about to occur, Miss Nicholson said, "No, I wasn't afraid at all." Upon returning to the car, Mr. Holder told her to pull into another nearby parking lot so he could eat his fries. She said she saw him loading a 9mm pistol, she testified, and after taking a few bites of his food, he walked back toward Hussle's store. According to witnesses, Mr. Holder confronted the rapper and said, "You're through," as he opened fire with a gun in each hand, hitting Hussle at least 10 times and then kicking him twice in the head. "You got me," Hussle said, according to the prosecutor. 2 other men, Kerry Lathan and Shermy Villanueva, were wounded by the gunfire. Moving on, recognized in the neighborhood as another member of the Rollin' 60s Crips, Mr. Holder was better known by his nickname, a descriptive epithet. Surveillance footage captured the shooting, in addition to the car he used to flee the scene, and the police soon publicized the information. Upon seeing her vehicle on the news, Miss Nicholson submitted to a 5-hour interview with police officers, along with searches of her car and her mother's home, where Mr. Holder had spent the night of the shooting before moving to hide out at a Motel 6. Miss Nicholson testified that she had heard the gunshots, but was confused about what had occurred until she saw coverage of Hussle's death online. When Mr. Holder first returned to the car, she recalled during grand jury testimony in 2019, "He's like, drive, before I slap you." She declined to press him on the specifics of what happened out of fear, she said. That Tuesday, 2 days after the shooting, Mr. Holder was arrested without incident in Bellflower, California. And after a long trial, he was finally sentenced for his crimes. Thank God, right? And that's the video, guys. Do click the like and subscribe buttons down below if you found this shocking. To make sure you don't miss any uploads, tap the bell icon. Share this video and provide all of your feedback in the comments section. Catch you in the next one!